Hello and welcome to animation. My name is Mr. Darano and I'm going to be your teacher for this semester. So you may be asking, why am I making you watch a video when I'm standing right here in the classroom? And it's because the majority of this class is going to be taught this way, where I'll be showing you videos of the different tools and then you're going to be following those videos independently. And the reason why I do this is because we have so many technical issues in the lab with computers not working or people not being able to log in that I don't want the whole class to have to wait while I'm helping someone. So now you guys can carry on without me just by watching the videos. Plus, you could also skip ahead if you know things, or you can go back if you need some extra time. You can also come in during study halls. If you happen to miss a couple days, it gives you a chance to kind of get caught up without me. So the way grading works is like this. Every period's worth 10 points. If we have a project that takes half a period, it's worth 5 points. If we have a project that takes an entire week, it's worth 50 points. If we have a project that takes 2 weeks, then it's worth 100 points. So that's just kind of, before we start every project, I'll show you a rubric, and the rubric explains what I'm going to be looking for in the end. So you kind of know the grading system before we even get started. It usually starts off with a category that has like the tools or the skills we're going to be using. And then it tells you, to get an A on this project, you need to use the tools in this particular way. And then it kind of works its way down to time management, to theme, the idea, the concept behind your animation projects. This is one of my favorite classes because we are so flexible with the projects. Every project, I have a different set of skills that I want you to learn. And kind of how you decide to use those skills are up to you. So if you are, say, building a website for someone, and we're doing banners in class, you can easily build a banner for that website. Or if you have a store, or your family owns a store, or you know someone who could use some help with some advertising, if we're learning something like tweens and you can apply those tweens to an advertisement for this person, which you can then email to them and they can use, then that would be great. If you do a school activity and you have a meeting coming up and you want to make a banner for the scroller, we could possibly do that as well. So I'm very flexible as far as the projects go. There are very certain things you need to learn and you need to use, but how you show me you can use those things are really going to be up to you. For this class, we're going to be using a program called Adobe Animate. You may have heard of Adobe Flash. It's the same program, they just changed the name. A few years ago, they tinkered with it a little bit so that it could be more eligible on multiple platforms. So that's what we're going to be using. We're also going to be using probably Wix, which is a place where we can kind of house all your animations and make a live website that you can show people your work. The goal in the end is to have kind of a portfolio so that if you decide to use this as a major in college, you have samplings of the works and the skill set that you know how to use. Like I said earlier, you'll be using videos a lot. You'll be doing a lot of video tutorials. I give them all to you in a folder called the Flash Sample Packet, and in that packet you will not only have the video tutorials, but I'll also give you samples of previous work, so you can see what a good project looks like and you can see what a not so good project looks like. For this class, we're going to be using the Apple server, and the Apple server only works obviously with the Macintosh computers, but we're going to be saving all of your work to that server. That way, if you come in during a study hall and someone's using the computer you normally use, you can just log on to any Apple computer and you have access to your files. Unfortunately, it does not work with your one-to-ones. It only works with the Macs. And you can get software installed on your home computer, but not on your school computer. We just don't have that opportunity. So if you save everything to the network, then you can come in after school. I offer lots of hours after school. I usually stay after 2 or 3 days a week for an hour or so, sometimes longer, just so people can get the extra time they need. So the last thing I want to talk to you about is going to be your final project. Every class in the high school has a final assignment, and this class is no different. You're going to have a 2-week independent project, which means I'm going to give you a prompt and you're going to have 2 weeks to complete that project without my help. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use the tutorials I've given you. It doesn't mean you can't Google answers. It doesn't mean you can't look to your friends, but you just can't ask me because it's your final assignment. And so once we're finished with that, you should have a really great looking portfolio.